Remember, this is a player that gutted out a calf strain and ankle issues all during the NBA Finals on that same right leg in that Achilles area, and then last night suffers the Achilles.
Tyrese Haliburton doesn't move like a typical star. He doesn't jump out of the gym, and his shot isn't something you'd teach at a camp. But somehow, game after game, he takes over without forcing anything. It's almost surgical. He's one of the most unique point guards in the league today, someone who rewrites the rules instead of following them. And if you're serious about improving your game, you need to understand exactly how he does it. Because once you do, you'll realize that you don't have to be the fastest, the strongest, or the flashiest to dominate. You just need to be smart, intentional, and relentless. At the end of this video, I'll share a workout so you can begin training Ilky Tyrese Haliburton. It all starts with playmaking. At his core, Haliburton is a floor general. He's not just out there to get buckets, he's running the show. Whether he's walking the ball up in a half-court set or pushing the tempo in transition, everything he does is geared toward making the offense flow. One of his greatest strengths is how quickly he makes decisions. He doesn't waste time over dribbling or surveying the floor. He already knows what his options are before the defense can react. And that's something you can start working on today. Whether you're running a pick and roll or leading a fast break, challenge yourself to make quick, decisive reads. Don't hold the ball, keep it moving. The more you practice this, the more control you'll have over the pace of the game. Haliburton doesn't dominate the ball like some high-usage guards. Instead, he's all about efficiency. He can touch the ball briefly, shift the defense with a single look or dribble, and create a bucket for a teammate without needing to ISO for 15 seconds. That's what makes him so effective. Watch how often he gives the ball up and then relocates. He understands the value of movement without the ball just as much as with it. If you want to be more like Tyrese, focus on your timing, your vision, and your understanding of spacing. Learn when to attack, when to pull it back, and how to manipulate the defense using your eyes and body language. This is the chess match that Haliburton plays every single possession. Now, let's talk about his scoring. If you only looked at his shooting form, you'd probably think he wasn't a great scorer. His shot isn't traditional. It's a little funky, released from the side of his body with minimal lift. But here's the thing, it works. He's efficient from deep, especially off the dribble, and defenders still have to respect his shot. So what does that mean for you? It means you don't need a picture-perfect form to be a great shooter. You need a repeatable, confident shot that you can hit under pressure. Find a form that feels natural, and then put up thousands of reps until it becomes automatic. But Haliburton's offensive game is about more than just three-point shooting. He scores at all 5 levels, at the rim, with floaters, in the mid-range, beyond the arc, and even from deep range. You'll often see him glide into the lane and hit a runner, or pull up from behind a screen and drain a 3. His offensive game is unpredictable because he has so many tools. If you want to score like him, you need to expand your toolbox. Work on floaters, master the footwork for pull-up jumpers, add a turn dribble, a float dribble, a quick behind-the-back escape. These moves don't have to be flashy, they just need to be functional. And the key is to use them in combinations, so defenders never know what's coming. Another underrated part of Haliburton's scoring is how he controls pace. He's not blowing by defenders with raw speed, but he's constantly shifting gears.
Haliburton cut off by Portis, shot clock at 4. Gets around it. Haliburton goes inside, count it, and a foul.
Neither team has turned the ball over yet. Haliburton stops, shoots, and scores.
1 second he's walking the ball up, the next he's exploding into the paint. That change of tempo is what throws defenders off. If you're always going full speed, you're predictable. But if you can mix speeds like Haliburton, you become unguardable. So train yourself to play in different gears. Slow, fast, pause, explode. Learn to be comfortable in control even when the game is moving fast.
Game. Step back 3, Tyrese
Haliburton on the floater, banks in it down.
Haliburton, long 3 and nails it.
Let's shift to basketball IQ, which is honestly one of Haliburton's biggest weapons. The way he sees the floor is elite. He knows where everyone is supposed to be, where the defense is vulnerable, and how to exploit those gaps. He's not reacting, he's anticipating. And that's something you develop through hours of studying the game. Watch film, not just of yourself, but of players like Haliburton. Pay attention to how he uses his eyes to mislead defenders, how he sets up a screen 2 plays in advance, or how he recognizes defensive rotations before they happen. One of the best ways to improve your IQ is to ask yourself why constantly. Why did that pass work? Why did that shot get blocked? Why did the defense rotate late? Start thinking like a coach. When you can understand the why behind the game, your instincts will improve dramatically. And that's how you go from being a good player to someone who controls the game from the inside out. Now here's where I want you to pause for a second, because if you're really into breaking down playstyles like this, you have to check out the video I made on Anthony Edwards. It's a completely different approach to the game, explosive, aggressive, powerful. Edwards plays with raw athleticism and fearless scoring ability. And in that video, I break down exactly how to train like him. So after you finish this one, make sure to give that a watch. It'll give you a whole new perspective on how different elite players dominate the game in their own way. Alright, back to Haliburton. We've covered his skills, his shooting, his vision, but here's something that often gets overlooked: his mentality. Haliburton is one of the most unselfish players in the league. He's not hunting for 40-point nights. He's hunting for wins. That team-first mentality is what makes him a leader. He's willing to make the extra pass, to sacrifice his stats for the good of the team, and to hold himself accountable when things go wrong. That's a rare trait in today's game, and it's something you should absolutely be trying to emulate. If you want to play like Tyrese, you need to fall in love with doing the little things. Dive for loose balls, talk on defense, make the extra rotation, stay late after practice to shoot, watch extra film, get feedback from your coaches even when it's uncomfortable. All of those little habits are what separate great players from good ones. Haliburton didn't just show up in the NBA and start cooking, he put in years of work behind the scenes. Private gym sessions with family, long nights in empty gyms, quiet mornings spent watching film and tightening his craft. If you're not willing to go that far, then don't expect the results to magically show up. And let's not forget, Haliburton is versatile. He's not just a one-dimensional guard. He can run the offense, play off the ball, defend multiple positions, and adapt to whatever the game throws at him. Sure, he's not a lockdown defender like Jrue Holiday, but he understands how to work within a defensive system. He knows when to hedge, when to recover, and how to rotate to protect the paint. That kind of awareness doesn't come from athleticism. It comes from reps, from studying, from caring about both sides of the floor. If you want to truly emulate Tyrese Haliburton, here's the checklist. Be the smartest player on the court, not the flashiest. Prioritize playmaking and unselfishness. Make the game easier for your teammates. Develop a unique scoring style that fits you. Practice relentlessly. Watch film like a student of the game. And stay humble enough to always keep learning. That's how Tyrese got to where he is, and that's the blueprint for you to follow. Basketball isn't just about talent, it's about how you approach the game. Haliburton is proof that you can carve your own lane, play with intelligence, and still be a star without fitting the mold. He didn't let people's opinions about his jump shot or athleticism stop him. He doubled down on his strengths, minimized his weaknesses, and kept improving every year. You can do the same. Here's the workout I promised. Go ahead and take a screenshot and make adjustments to your liking. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Before you go, I've got a question. What part of Haliburton's game do you want to add to yours the most? Is it the passing, the shot, the way he reads the floor? Let me know in the comments. I'll be checking them out and replying to as many as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.